Now, Dogecoin, NFTs, Elon Musk's Twitter. It's fair to say the world of cryptocurrency is one that requires a translator who probably spends more time on TikTok than watching the hiccups on the ASX. New research suggests young people are more likely to invest in crypto than us boomers. But what are the risks in delving into digital currencies? Chris Berg is the co-director of the RMIT Blockchain Innovation Hub in Melbourne. Chris, that title, it still makes no sense to me. Thank you so very much for your time.
Pleasure to come on. Thank you.
Now, my brain turns to mush and scrambled eggs whenever I try to understand the Bitcoin rise and recent crash. What is going on in the online markets right now?
Look, on one hand, you could say markets go up and markets go down. So this is a highly volatile set of assets, class of assets. We've seen really wild swings throughout Bitcoin's history, certainly throughout the history of cryptocurrencies. But there's no question that a couple of weeks ago, when we had Elon Musk going on Saturday Night Live to talk about Dogecoin, then it was a bit frothy. I'm still very bullish about the long run of cryptocurrencies, but there's no doubt that we were due for a price correction at the very least.
It's crazy. And even just watching, he can tweet one thing and the markets either fall off a cliff or skyrocket. This arena started as a way to make markets more democratic and accessible for more people, and as a bit of a thumb to the nose of big central banks. But with all the volatility, is it just turning into a bit of a farce?
Look, it's always going to be a bit of a farce, and that's kind of what the implications of having a more democratic and accessible financial system or asset class is always going to look like. So there's always going to be jokes, because jokes are really easy now for anybody to spin up on their computer, and that's great, and that's kind of that's kind of what the enjoyment of the cryptocurrency world is like. But we shouldn't let that dismiss the really important and significant innovations that are coming through the blockchain and cryptocurrency space that are going to be with us and contributing regardless of what the Bitcoin price is. Now, I think the Bitcoin price will rise again, but I'm more excited by the innovations, the technological change, the use of these technologies for decentralized finance, for NFTs that you mentioned at the opening. That's the stuff that really excites me, and that's what I think that we should be thinking about when we think about blockchain and cryptocurrencies.
Yeah. Do you think, I guess Elon Musk is sort of like the pin-up boy for crypto. Do you think we're going to see more personalities come into the fray that have more, their opinion or their tweets can also impact what markets do?
Well, look, Elon Musk is an important person, and he's the richest person in the world, or the second richest at the moment. But cryptocurrency has been around long before he started focusing in on them as well. And I think the personality of Elon Musk has really taken over the cryptocurrency narrative this cycle, because it's exciting and he is genuinely a real character. But ultimately, this is a democratic technology. It's not about one very rich person. In fact, I think it's more about everybody who now has access to the sorts of tools that only professional traders would have had, only the people deep within the financial system had before now.
It's completely fascinating, and I have a lot of friends who are involved in it, but again, it's completely confuses me. What should potential investors know about the space before buying in?
Well, look, there's a lot to know about the space, and it is a very complicated technology to get your head around. It took me a very long time the first time I was trying to learn it. The key thing, though, I think, and the most important thing, is that understand that there is value behind these cryptocurrencies, or there should be value behind them. It's all well and good to buy into the latest meme coin. You can buy into Dogecoin, you can buy into SafeMoon, all those sorts of things. And if you're doing that just as a joke, that's fine. But there are real products, there are real blockchain innovations out there that you can invest in. And if you want to get involved in it, and if you're genuinely interested in it, then do some serious research. Obviously, never put in more money than you can afford to lose. And I think the last couple of days has really shown us why that would be the case. But do your own research and figure out what interests you about the blockchain and crypto space.
Indeed. Regulation is one thing that keeps popping up, specifically when we saw a couple of months ago the issue with the Bitcoin login and passwords and things like that. Do you think that is a conversation that will be fast-tracked, given it is quite a popular market now?
Yeah, look, and it should be. So I think that the regulatory framework that Australia has for cryptocurrencies and blockchain is badly out of date. I think it's widely recognised in the government that it is as well. And this isn't that I think that it should be a more highly regulated sector. It's that there are so many uncertainties about what regulations even apply to many cryptocurrency firms. For example, cryptocurrency exchanges operate in a sort of no man's land that makes it very hard for them to interact with the rest of the financial system, makes it very hard for them to interact with, for example, the big banks in Australia. So I think we need a much more certain regulatory environment. And I think that's got to be a big focus of the government going forward. And I hope this enthusiastic bubble has sharpened their mind in that direction.
Indeed, it's definitely going to be interesting if in the next couple of years we have a minister for Bitcoin or minister for crypto.
Oh God, I hope
for
not.
Sure. Chris Berg, RMIT specialist, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.